And welcome to another Nerdy Collective. And now that I got you, bam. So welcome. Another Nerdy Collective, another Saturday night, another special guest for tonight. But I want to put a couple shout outs there really quick. Tonight I was on a show with SimpleSimon called Show and Tell. It was a wonderful experience and a lot of fun. Got his links down below on the bottom, so make sure you go check him out. Check out my guest for tonight as well. He's going to be coming on in a couple minutes. But something I want to show you guys. The gloves are on. So 1974 Batman versus with the Robin the Boy Wonder. This is a Bob Kane writing, and the art is all Neil Adams. But I did something a little special. I put some bookmarks in here. I want to show you this book. And I want to show you some really cool stuff in this. This is from 1974. And this is Neil Adams' artwork cover. I'm going to show you some of this larger than life, big pictures. There's some, look at this. Beautiful, beautiful. And I'm going to show you some full pages, some things that a lot of people take for granted now. Check out this Joker. The whole full page of Joker. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Go with another one here really quick. So thank you. Hey, everybody. Look at Penguin here. Check out Penguin. Full spreads of them. Beautiful artwork. This is my favorite coming up here. It's in the back of this. Oh, I'm losing the pages. I'm losing the bookmark. There we go. Check out this Batman artwork right here. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And then the back, which is really cool, actually shows our original TV series. Here's your first. That's the Catwoman I liked. Check her out right there. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Gotta love it. So anyway, there's the show and tell. That was from earlier tonight. Now, on with the coast. Bam.
What's up, guys? A long time no see.
How you doing, buddy?
Not bad, not bad.
Cool. Still waiting for one more co-host to show up. He
Yeah.
probably won't show up tonight.
He'll probably show up late.
Probably a little late. I'm waiting
Yeah.
for I want Monty. Monty's having computer issues, so he'll be back soon with us.
Yeah.
Anything new? Agu Ramos, thank you for being here.
I found a Vampy. I found a Vampy Blink.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So that's gonna go with me tomorrow to the show to go see one of me and Steve's friends. So we're gonna have him draw me on there and Vampy on there, and Vampy bite me and say it's a great day.
Two boys and their pops. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Yeah. And I picked up this.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Check that out.
This is for SimpleSimon. I mean, showing him because his favorite character is Sheena. So, yep. Not sure who the artist is, but I know it's Ryan something or another.
Really?
The signature's right there. So I just can't really read it. It's something Ryan the second. I don't know what the last name is, but yeah.
Wow.
I'll find out. And then I went looking through my AOK box and I found this.
See, I don't have that book. You're lucky, dude. That's a good book. So is the Rancor one. There's a Rancor one too.
Yeah, but You'll laugh at how much I got this one for.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, 50 cents.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
25 cent, 25 cent
Oh,
sale,
25 cents. That's excellent.
25 cent.
Of
Now it's $20. It's flipped the other way around.
course, it doubled. It's just like
Yeah,
I found some of my old Star Wars figures, and I have a Rancor like that, a big one. I
yeah,
got it from like the early 90s. It's pretty cool. Good morning, Chris. Large is in the house. For some reason, my chat is not working on my StreamYard. For
yeah.
some
It's
reason,
it's not. Yeah,
why
it's
is
not
my
working on my end
why
either.
is my comment sections not working? Big shout out there to why is that not working? That's Trip.
Mm-hmm.
That should be working.
Yeah, yeah. We'll be all right. As long as somebody pays attention to the YouTube half of it, we should be okay. Hold on.
Wow.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I wonder why that's not. That's weird.
It's
For
probably
some
just
reason.
it's probably acting up like always. You know how it goes.
Yeah, that's weird. It shouldn't. That's never happened before to me. That's weird. All right, so big shout out, two boys and their pops, Chris Large, Agu, what's up, buddy? Gary's in the house as well. Thank you for being here, buddy.
Yeah, I got you. Now I can see the chat, so I got you.
Comic book page. Their Spidey becomes Venom, sold for 30. I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yes. Interesting. Someone's got deep pockets.
Yeah.
So
It's not any of us.
Chris, if you're still watching, I'm going to email you for Monday. We're going to have a private conversation. So please, we're going to have Chris back on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. I want you to be here.
Yeah. Let's hope. As long as it's not the end of the month, we'll be
Yep.
okay. As long as it's in the middle of the month or the beginning, it will be
One
okay.
last shout out, and this is from my buddy Deuce. If Deuce gets in here, he's probably fell asleep and he just hasn't woke up yet. But I got to show you something. I did this on the show and tell show tonight on SimpleSimon's show, and this was awesome. So everybody knows I like Cthulhu. I took this out of the box because I am going to display this piece. It's a heavy piece. I got this for Christmas, and look at this. This thing is massive. It's a Cthulhu, and it's even got it all in on the bottom. It's all in ruin.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. But it's a heavy piece. I gotta find a display spot on my green room. It looked really good.
Yeah.
But very cool. Big shout out to Deuce. Deuce, this was awesome. Me and Deuce have the same kind of similarities in taste. Excellent, Chris. I see you in the chat, buddy. I just can't post it. It's not letting me post it. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right. So let's get on with our guest here. For tonight. No more waiting. He's up late for us.
Yeah, everybody's up late for us all the time.
Yes, I appreciate it. Okay, without further ado, guys, here we go.
That was some epic music.
How you doing, Gary? Thanks for being
Oh,
here,
good. Now I
buddy.
got something to live up to, I guess.
Notice it's all in gray for you.
How are you gentlemen doing this
Good.
evening?
How you doing, Gary?
I'm good. I'm
Great.
good.
Awesome.
Ready to talk and nerd out.
Super nerd out. Yes. Now, if you guys don't know who Gary is, you're going to, because this guy's got a wealth of information and knowledge. Him and I got a lot of things in similar commons too, which is really cool. So, how have you been? What have you been up to?
Just trying to stay out of the cold mostly. Work's been calming down, keeping my YouTube channel going, trying to make content.
Congratulations on that, by the way. You just reached, what was it?
Oh, I just passed 1K.
Yes, sir. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I'm as surprised as anybody. I don't do anything fancy on my channel. I just talk about what I like.
That's good. That's what it's about, right?
Right.
That's right. Chris Lackey, the Puppet Master's in the house. Buddy, I'm so sorry. I cannot post the comments. It will not let me post comments.
I can't even see nothing.
I pay for this service, and it's not letting me post my comments. Chris Lackey, thank you for being here, buddy. I appreciate it. Hello, hello, hello is in the house. Very cool, you guys. Okay. How would you like to start, Jeff?
What got you into Savage Sword and Conan and all that stuff? I was curious.
Just when I was young, the comic book art of Conan caught me up, and I think the first comic art I saw was John Buscema's, and then I discovered Barry Windsor-Smith after that. But what really got me into it was the Baylit storyline, starting with like issue 58. But I was born in 1970. The first issue of Conan happened to be a 1970 book. But of course, I didn't start reading it when I was born, so I discovered it a little bit later.
Of course.
I was just, the dynamic nature of the covers, and just it was something raw, and and I was introduced to Savage Sword at the same time. And here I was, a little kid, and as a little kid, you're fascinated by the more adult things. Savage Sword was the more adult storytelling, a little bit more brutal, a little bit more sexy, a little more
real barbarian.
And just the grittiness of the black and white drew me in. It was through Roy Thomas and Conan the Barbarian and Savage Sword of Conan that I found the Robert E. Howard story.
Right.
And then after I found those, it was all over. I read the Robert E. Howards, and now I read those year round every year. And not just Conan. Solomon Kane, who's a great character. King Kull, who's a great character. Bran Max Morn. The Sword Woman. Just so good. And if anyone out there hasn't read, if you've read Robert E. Howard, but you never read The Sword Woman, which is Dark Agnes, probably one of the best origin stories you'll ever read. It's more brutal than Conan's origin, than Kull's origin. It is a fantastic, just brutal beginning to a character, and it's amazing. But yeah,
Gary,
that's it. Just finding it by, getting lucky and getting some Conan books when I was younger.
Well, I have to say, Gary, I've seen you do some of the videos where you're doing the whole book and very detailed. I love that. So if anybody really want to get some good knowledge, you'll learn something on Gary's channel for sure. Trust me.
Yeah, and on those reviews, the Savage Sword of Conan, the Savage Saturday comic reviews, the whole point of those is to be an in-depth spoiler thing, especially with my last one. The one I just did today was for issue 14 of Conan the Barbarian, which is a Barry Windsor-Smith drawn, Roy Thomas script, Michael Moorcock plot, because him and Elric are in it. And some of the different things I try to bring to reviews like that are books that people have either forgotten about, never knew about, or you can't get in a reprint. Like, you can't find issues 14 and 15 in reprints because Elric of Melnibone is an IP with a different company. So much like the old Marvel comics, like the licensed products like ROM or Micronauts, anything along that line, you can't find collected volumes of because they don't have the reprint rights to those properties anymore. So
Right.
I always try to include some information with those and show some books that you might not be able to get or that are nostalgic and people might not have access to. So if you can't buy those in reprints, and they're pricey books to get now, much like I did with the Star Trek records and the Conan Power records.
Those were awesome.
But who gets those? You know,
Yeah, yeah,
they're hard
that was
finds
awesome.
now. So why not share them and expose it to someone who might never have a chance to know it's out there?
Yeah, one of the videos that I posted down below is one of the Star Trek ones. You just the comics as you're paging through. You can actually listen
Right?
to the record going up. That was really, really cool.
Yeah, I need to watch. I need to watch more of those, man. Because honestly, I may like. I've seen some of Gary's Savage towards the Savage Saturdays or Savage
Yep.
whatever it is. Yeah, and I've actually thought about, but when I have the time, I want to do that with the Vampy magazine since I have the whole run. You know what I mean? That's what
Oh,
I'm thinking of.
definitely.
In
Yeah,
detail.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, in detail and stuff like that. I'm honestly thinking about it because I haven't seen nothing out there yet like it, and then nothing in depth about her. So I'm working
Sure.
on it. It's just I wish my job would would agree with me a little better.
Right?
Yeah,
I know
So
adulting's hard, right?
yeah,
It sucks.
no
Adulting always
kidding.
gets in the way of our fun.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Stupid
You have a
Bill.
little one too, don't you, Gary?
Mm. Yeah, because now, oh yeah, like I see you got art from Conan too behind you. I
Yes.
see, yeah, and I see
Oh
the
yeah.
first appearance of Red Sonja, behind you too. So
Oh, that was her first
Absolutely.
cover appearance. Her
That's
first
yeah,
first
appearance
cover
first,
was in
appearance.
the issue
yeah,
before.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I bought I bought this one off
yeah.
of eBay. This one was a gift from my artist friend Ken Wheaton.
Oh,
He
that's cool.
he actually met Rodney Ramos at a
Mm.
con. He had a table next to him, and he told Rodney Ramos he had again another guy that just threw my name out there that he for the biggest Conan fan he knew. So Rodney Ramos, as you can see in the corner, he did a quick remark on it too, and then signed it. So this one's
Well,
twice
that's
signed by
really neat.
Rodney Ramos, and just cool stuff. I got a Ken Kelly signed up there, and then from the same guy, from the Daughters of Midori, he
Ooh,
got me
Nice.
this
I
print
like that.
from Mark
That's
Texeira.
beautiful.
Yeah,
But I
Beautiful.
also had this Daughter of Midori comic signed by Mark Texeira, and I got to send that out to get graded too.
that's cool.
But yeah, big Conan fan, Women of Marvel fan, and
Right.
just
So, all right, then who's a person that you haven't met yet that you would really want to meet? That's done Conan.
ooh, that's done Conan. Roy Thomas.
Roy
Oh,
Thomas.
okay,
I was gonna
Roy
say.
Thomas is my comic icon.
okay. Uh, yeah, mine would be honestly, I haven't had the chance to meet Joe Jusco yet, and that's the one I would really love to meet too. Jusco, like even like what was it, Jusco, St. Julian, any of those guys, like the guys are still around. You know what I mean? They're old
Disco and
school and
Julie
they're still
Bell still do a lot of paintings together.
yeah, bro, yeah,
I mean,
Julie,
they collab
yeah.
more than they do separate now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because yeah, they're married and everything. So yeah.
Yeah, well, it's
But
just nice
Vallejo. Yeah.
because nobody ever talks about Julie Bell.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of her stuff is really cool too, man. Like
Oh, I met Boris Vallejo. I'm sorry, we were talking Jusco, but yeah, her
yeah,
and Boris do a ton of stuff. It's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. And they collaborate a lot too, man. Because like there's some pieces that are both of them, and you don't even notice it. That's
It's
how
flawless. It's
yeah.
gorgeous. Yeah.
And their kids do it. And I didn't know that, and the two kids actually do it. Boris's Julie's two kids actually are artists. That's pretty interesting too. So, and their style is a little different, but it's almost similar. It's pretty
Yeah, I
funny.
wish I had a talent like that. I have no talent. So,
Yeah, me either.
What are you talking about? Yeah, you do. Are you kidding me?
Hmm.
Yeah, you do. So, Gary, what got you to doing? What got you started doing YouTube, doing your own shows and doing your stuff? What's got you really?
well, what got
Your
me started doing YouTube, right? So when our generation was growing up,
Yep.
What was the big thing in your house? If you had cable TV, it was a big deal, right?
Right.
And but now for our children, their generation, everything with them is YouTube. And
Yeah.
my son's a big YouTube watcher. It's this generation's cable television. Um, he has all his favorite YouTubers he watches, and he was even interested in doing his own channel one day as a gamer. I'm
Sure.
like, well, if my son wants to do this, I kind of better find out what this is all about. So the only reason I even started doing anything on YouTube was to learn about it from my kid.
Right.
And I never intended to be here a year and a half later doing what I'm doing, sharing what I'm sharing, and growing what I've grown. It's just, it took on its own life. It ended up being a hobby that gives me tons of peace. And I made tons of new friends I would have never met, worldwide friends like Brandy and Vigilante, Thorsten over there in Austria. Just people that you would never have access to leaving your house on a daily basis, that now you can form real concrete friendships with and share a common interest. And I think especially in this comic community, how many people out there have friends that they can talk comics with on a daily basis?
Not much, man. Not many.
Right.
Unless it's online or something like this. Totally.
Right. See, I'm lucky. I got like 4 or 5, but most people have none. They love the hobby, and they have no one to share it with.
Yep.
And this is a great venue to share your passion with.
Yep. Great therapy too.
Yeah.
Big time.
I tell you, this is my hobby. I come home, I make my videos, and it's a great way to keep interest in your hobby.
Yep.
Like I do my Conan cover a day shorts, and I do those to share not only the Conan covers, but I reread each issue before I share it too. So it's a way for me to go back and reread my whole collection again in a fun way.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah, like I said, I wish I had the time to do that. I would do that with the Vampy stuff every
Magic
day.
Lasso showed up in the chat. Sorry, buddy, I cannot post it. I wish I could post it up here. I can't. It's irritating me that I can't put their name comment up there. Let Magic. Since he's there.
Oh, anytime.
No, I'm right here.
Yeah, no, because Lasso and him are neighbors, so.
Well, he lives in Wisconsin, but he's like on the border somewhere. We're going to meet up. Definitely going to meet up. But I found something when I was hunting through some boxes today.
Oh boy!
I want to show you this. This is right up Magic Lasso's alley. It's actually a paperback from 19. Hold on, it's in rough shape, but it's in this cardboard.
1942. I'm just kidding.
The art is. I know that. So this was published in 1972.
Okay.
That's what this was published. But I'm pretty sure he'll recognize.
It's a lot earlier than I thought it was.
It's a trade.
What? It's not early no more. It's actually vintage. Now.
No, it's pretty beat up.
Yeah.
But it came in this, and I was finding it going through stuff, and I was thinking of Magic as I was looking at this.
Oh wow. Golden Age Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Golden Age Wonder Woman, big time. And it's got history and everything in here on her. So I
that's cool. Very nice.
Yeah,
well, make yourself big if you wanna show it off a little more.
Thanks.
Yeah, see, I like that better. I can see it better.
And it shows the covers per chapter. Like here's an example.
Ooh.
Yeah, absolutely. You're welcome, buddy. Come back out. Boom. I feel naked because I can't post the comments. That's frustrating.
Well, yeah. Just make sure to email StreamYard and let them know that's going on right now.
That's frustrating.
Well, yeah, and then since we got Gary, the Ingridge art book, this thing took 2 years to get here.
Wow.
Well, not this, but the art book itself. But this was the extra thing. But if you're like I said, if you're a Vampy fan and you didn't kickstart it, I don't know what you guys were smoking or what you guys were thinking, because because it's a whole book
Beautiful.
of Vampy stuff. Yeah, of all his Vampies, of all the Vampies he's done, like a little sketchbook of Vampies, pretty much.
Wow, that's really impressive.
Yeah, it's a
I
small
like
little
the
book.
simple white backgrounds too. It
Yeah, I do
really
too.
lets you see the art. Makes
Yep.
it stand out.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yep. So, and then that's this one. That's the extra that came with it. But that art, yeah. So, and then here's the art book.
Oof.
Yeah. And then
Wow.
here's his take on Red Sonja.
That is a picture I've never seen before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Yeah, that's his take on Red Sonja. And then like he's done, like you guys would like it because he's done all those Eerie and all those other covers.
Oh, yeah.
These are like
Beautiful.
Eerie's. Yeah, like yeah. I just had to show this again. I like.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's
You
all
know,
good.
2 years, man. 2 years.
I know.
I
it
have
took
to
2 years
share.
for me to get that. I know.
Yeah. So yeah, his Red Sonjas. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And these are his pencils. He didn't start
that's
pencils until like
gorgeous.
early 2000s either, man. Because he expected nobody to like his pencils at all because everybody liked his painting stuff more. But dude, if you see some of his freaking like you see some of these, I'm like, holy crap, man! Well, why did you start it so late, man? I'm like this one, yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And that's all his pencil. That's all his pencil work.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, Gary, what else do you collect other than comics? Anything else?
Pulp books.
Ooh.
1 Robert Howard books, 2 pulp books. All the old Conans, the Lancers, the Ace, the whatever, the one from overseas. I can't remember the name of the publisher right now. Lancer, I think it is.
Lancer? Okay.
But I collect all the old pulps. I do collect some action figures here and there, although I'm not a big toy guy.
Sure.
But plus slab books. I have a few autographs.
Sure. Come on. Let's see.
Well, as you and I were talking, I'm a huge Clive Barker fan.
Oh man,
I started reading Clive Barker when I was 13, and my first Clive Barker book was a collection of shorts called In the Flesh.
One of my favorites. That's how me and Gary hooked up. It's just unbelievable how well we know each other on this story. It's an excellent book.
So it's so good. I read In the Flesh, and that was it. I've been reading Clive. He is my favorite imaginative fiction author. There's nothing his books don't contain. And Imagica is my all-time favorite work of his. But Cold Heart Canyon, which is a great story, ghost story in Hollywood. But this is the first printing signed edition by Clive.
That's awesome. Awesome.
But I also have a print upstairs signed by Clive.
Oh.
And this trading card set, there's a card inside here, which also, so it was a deck that was put out, but one of the cards is signed by Clive.
That's cool.
Really cool, dude.
So I've had this since 1993, I think, this set.
Nice.
In the original box. But also, I'm a huge Pinhead fan. Probably one of the most underrated, diabolical, and intelligent villains. So I got this really cool
I love it.
old bobblehead here, which came with crap packaging, but I kept him in it.
Heck
and he has got the real pins in his head. You can see there's a basin, and I'll take him out for this. Let's take a good look at him. He's a pain in the ass to get back in, but it'll be
I bet he is.
But great little figure. He's of course got Lamartian's box right here.
That's really cool. Very, very cool.
You know, and this is made by NECA, so
that was Mecca, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
But just great little figure. I also have this NECA figure of Pinhead.
Yeah, very cool. Heck yeah.
Again, the Lamartian's box over here, plus his the knife that hangs on his belt.
Yep.
But we all know that the only Pinhead is Doug Bradley Pinhead.
That's exactly right. Douglas
And
Bradley.
I have this personalized photograph from Doug Bradley to Gary. Welcome to hell, Doug
Dude,
Bradley.
I am so jealous right now. That is so awesome. That is so awesome.
Right?
Yes.
And Doug Bradley brought depth and intelligence and an eerie quality to that character that has not been duplicated since his performance as him.
Nope. And on his, and I don't know if you ever watched his YouTube channel, Gary, but I
didn't know Doug Bradley had one.
Yes, he does. He has one, and he reads.
Yeah, I showed Robert. I remember.
He showed, he reads literature, so he'll do stuff like out of Edgar Allan Poe. He did a whole series on Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and he narrates the whole thing. And he'll sit there in
a great voice.
Oh yeah, sits in his chair, and for $75, you can have him wish you a happy birthday in a video chat. That's pretty cool.
I got the personalized autograph for free.
Yeah, no kidding. That would be awesome. But yeah, very, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah,
I'm a big time horror fan, and some of the people that may be watching or may not, because I'm never up this late, so I'm sure your crowd doesn't see my stuff very much.
It's okay.
But I'm a huge John Carpenter fan.
Yes.
And John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yep.
Is basically my favorite movie, and people think I'm strange because I watch it a minimum 5 times a week. And I love the movie, and I'm actually just going to do a video on it one day and just talk about what makes it as great as I believe it is. But I love that movie. It's a perfect film to me. Wearing the
look at that.
Wearing the shirt for it right here. Space 31.
That's awesome.
And just great performances in that movie, and so many great documentaries. I go down the rabbit hole every day with that movie. I don't know what it is. It's absolutely perfect.
The music track in that is awesome. Everything. Yeah, it's great. What's your opinion on the second one that they made?
I liked it. The prequel.
Yep.
I thought it was good, not great. I don't think the CGI was the problem that the people say it was. The CGI looked fine to me. The horror aspects are okay.
Yep.
The problem was it didn't have the tension of the John Carpenter film. It didn't have characters that you cared about.
Yep.
It kept most of the characters a little bit shallow.
Sure.
Like, the great thing about John Carpenter's movie is there was no bad guy. The creature wasn't necessarily evil. It was doing what it needed to do to survive.
I wanted to escape. Yeah. I wanted to go home.
All the 12 guys in that movie, none of them were evil. They were just trying to survive.
Yep.
And the prequel fell into the trap where they made a bad guy.
Yep.
You don't need a bad guy.
Nope.
The great thing about the Carpenter film, it's an isolation horror movie.
Yep.
It's a creature horror movie, and it's a paranoia movie all in one, and it doesn't cheapen any of the three to tell the story.
Yep.
And I'm a fan of the prequel, but it has its issues with that, where there's got to be a cookie cutter bad guy.
Sure.
You got the one person that they called on that could only do it, and I love, she's a great actress. I love her character in it. I had no problem with her being in it. But then you have, this is the only person that could do it. Well, then someone had to train her that's much older and know more. But and it just had a couple basic rushed movie flaws that a hurried production has.
Sure. I like how they continued it, or they kind of like show you the backstory of it up to what we liked.
Right. But I think the movie gets a lot of hate that it doesn't deserve.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think it's as bad as people say, even with the flaws that it has. It's still a good, fun flick, and I love the end when it leads into the John Carpenter movie. It's a great feeling.
Yep, exactly. 4 Comics, thanks for being here, brother. Appreciate it. I can't post anything on this darn chat. It's really.
Did you ever read the comics sequel to it?
No, I have 2 or 3 of those, but I have not read them.
Fun read.
Is it a fun read?
And since we were talking about that,
Yes.
the Big Trouble Little China actually has a sequel, and it's actually the comic, the Big Trouble Little China comic that came out a couple of years. What was it? Yeah, like almost a couple 3-4 years ago. So that was actually because it was actually written by Carpenter.
Yep.
The actual Big Trouble. So that he even said that's the actual sequel. That was supposed to be the sequel.
Nice.
That whole plot in that comic.
Film.
Yeah. And then the other one was supposed to be the plot of that movie, plot of the second
Maybe a comic book They Live sequel.
Yeah. I think they
Ahoy,
have
Captain, how you
it.
doing, buddy?
Because obviously Roddy's not around anymore.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. It's amazing how many people have just gone the way of just disappeared now as we're getting older.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see now we've seen Kurt Russell with Jamie Lee Curtis in his movies. The Fog is another one of my favorites.
Yeah, another Fog is great. Yep.
And we've seen him with Kurt Russell. I would still like to see him make another movie with Kurt Russell and Jamie Lee Curtis in it together, because he's never made one with those two in the same movie. I would love to see that.
That
would be interesting.
And I don't know if you guys are game guys, but what John Carpenter really wants to make, and I would be 100% on board with this, is a Dead Space movie.
Yes,
big Dead Space.
Dead Space was awesome. That was
because he's a big gamer. If you guys didn't know, it's surprised the hell out of me when they actually. I'm like, he's a gamer. I'm like, holy shit.
He always has been, yeah. But I would love to see his Dead Space movie.
Yeah, I have a feeling it might be a little bit like the Thing, but in space maybe.
And you guys know that John Carpenter is with Blumhouse Productions to make another Thing movie, right?
Yeah.
So
that's going to be interesting.
Hopefully they bring Russell back in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. Escape from New York was excellent with Kurt Russell. I like that one too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Escape from New York, Escape from LA.
Yeah.
There's actually
even had Bruce Campbell in it.
The
Evil Dead is another one of my favorite franchises.
Mm-hmm. It actually has a crossover. What was it? Big Trouble meets Escape from New York. There's actually a crossover one that Carpenter wrote it.
Wow.
That surprised me even more. I'm like, what the hell? You actually wrote this one? I'm like, interesting.
Gary, what is your, out of all your Conans, here's a good question for you. Out of all your Conan stories, out of each one of them that you've read, was it 3 sets? What do you got? 2 sets? Both Barbarian and Savage Conan?
Savage Sword?
Yeah, Savage Sword. What is your most favorite story out of all of them?
It's a collection. It's issues 58 through 100.
Yep.
It tells. I'm going to highlight another one because the next one I'm going to tell you is the best adaptation I think's ever been done from Pro
there you go.
Comics.
Okay.
So 58 through 100 takes a one story, Queen of the Black Coast by Robert E. Howard, stretches it out for 3 years.
Wow. Okay.
And so it gives him and Baylet time to breathe together, live together, and show their love develop before you get the gut punch of her dying in issue 100.
Wow.
Queen of the Black Coast is one of my all-time favorite Conan stories. I really want to see, I'm hoping we see Baylet on the small screen and Valeria, but done the way she is in the books. But Baylet, like she was in Queen of the Black Coast, this regal, hard ass, take no shit. What I see is mine. I claim it.
Sure.
And just running as the she pirate.
But that's almost every Conan female character is almost like that. If you read Sonya's like that,
Almost.
ballets like that, and the other one, like almost
Well,
all the
they're
characters.
different. Well, Valeria's different. She's a different character. She's strong. Red
Right,
Sonja has her own tragic past.
right,
Right.
right.
But most of the women characters that appear in a Conan tale are
Are
there
strong
because
characters, yeah.
either Conan's saving them or he's gonna bed them at some point.
Right.
Obviously.
So the best ones that stand out are the ones that are deceitful and tricking Conan because he's
Mhm.
got three weaknesses, right?
Right.
It's drinking,
Yeah.
gambling, and women.
Yeah.
All right, when
Or,
Conan,
what's what?
loose,
Yeah, what's Thurston like to say? Or what's Conan like to say? What's the line is? We bed your what's it? We bed your women, or and then we I can't. Damn it! I remember half of the line, and then the other. Then I don't
I
remember
know
the
which
other
line
half.
you're talking about too. I'm trying to remember how
Yeah.
it goes though. No,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
that from the movie?
I think it's
Yeah.
the line from the movie. It's a
The
quote from the movie.
limitations
He
of the
says.
women.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sitting there and
Yeah.
he's showing his sword or something, and he says it really loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's after the pit fight.
Yeah.
That's
When
what
they
it
asked Conan what his best in life, but that was made up in the movie. That wasn't
Yeah.
in any of the comics
Oh,
from
okay.
Robert E. Howard.
is.
So that
But
was
it's,
a
I mean,
movie
yeah.
phrase.
Movie quote.
Yeah, crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of the women.
That's what it is.
That's what it was. See, look at that. Bingo. And Gary nailed it.
No, that's just not a Robert E. Howard line. See,
Yep.
the thing people don't know about the Conan movie with Arnold is, I mean, Arnold did a great job,
Yep.
but that's a mixture of Robert E. Howard universes, right? That's from Cull, that's from Conan, it's from a whole bunch of different
Like I
pulling
keep
from here
saying,
and there.
when you talk
I
about
just want to see, now that Conan Properties Limited has signed the deal with Netflix and they're going to make a series, I just want to see them actually adapt some Robert E. Howard tales mixed in with original tales that they're telling. Because Conan in the Howard tales, he was a thief, he was a reaver, he was a leader of the Cossacks, he was a war general, he was a king.
All right, I got a question for you, Gary.
cool.
Since where Netflix is doing gonna be doing the series, who would you want besides Arnold's getting a little old, but who would you want to play? Who would you want to play Conan now?
Oh, I want an unknown, someone that can come in and embody the role that nobody's seen. That when you see them and they come on screen, that person becomes Conan to the viewer.
I said Vigilante, huh? Thurston.
But I want an unknown actor, someone that can come in and prove themselves with the role and make it their own.
Sure.
Because already know, but Ballet, all those other characters are gonna make appearances in those shows or in the show eventually.
Right.
You would hope so.
Yeah.
Red Sonja's film rights are with a different studio, but they are on Netflix. So the Red Sonja movie is a Netflix film, and I'm excited for that.
Me
I want
too.
to see a proper Red Sonja movie.
I would
And
too.
I love the woman they cast as Red Sonja.
Yeah.
Because the one thing you got to get right about Red Sonja, she's got to look exotic and she's got to be tough. And Hannah John Kamen looks exotic. She's an actress that can do her own stunts. She's already proven herself, and she's a decent actress. So I know a lot of people are hating on her because it's not their idea of Red Sonja. I think she's going to kill the role, and I think it's going to be amazing.
Cool. Very cool. What are they calling it? Red Sonja? Is that going to be the title?
Yeah.
Just
Well, I don't know the title, but it's a Red Sonja movie.
But a lot of people were saying she's too. What was it? Wasn't it like Gary? Wasn't they saying that she was like too dark and all this other crap too?
Yeah.
Or so?
She fits. Red Sonja just has to be exotic and fierce.
Right.
She's got both of those covered.
Because honestly, because the only reason everybody thinks she's a redhead is because of all the comics that she because the book was she a redhead in the books? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was.
Yeah. Yeah. But in the Robert E. Howard tale, she's Red Sonja Rogatine. She actually has. She's not in the Hyborian age. She has She has a pistol and a rapier. What happened is Roy Thomas took Red Sonja Rogatine and Dark Agnes and combined them
Oh, okay.
and made so the Red Sonja that you know of today was
Right.
actually a Roy Thomas creation from two Robert E. Howard characters.
Oh,
Right.
okay. See, that I didn't know.
Yeah. There was only a one-off story with her from Robert E. Howard.
Okay.
The only reason she's the popularity and the character she is today is because of Roy Thomas and her
Yeah.
depictions by these great artists.
Yeah, redhead in a metal bikini. That's the main.
Well, that's not even my favorite outfit of hers, though.
No, I know. But I'm just saying that. But that's the whole reason that so many people like her.
Well, that and she's fierce. She can go toe to toe with Conan and match him blade for blade.
Yeah.
But her right here is actually my favorite outfit of Red Sonja's they ever did.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
The full shirt chainmail looks awesome, but
it makes more sense. I mean, being honest.
Well, and it doesn't take away from her looking like a woman either. It's just
Yeah. Not only that, but it makes more sense back then, man. If you're fighting with a sword, more protection.
right.
Chris Large loves Conan. That's what he's saying in the chat.
She got that chainmail bikini, I believe, from Esteban Murado, who was the first person who drew her in the bikini. That was, I believe, his invention, and
Okay.
that happened in Savage Sword of Conan.
Yeah, I'm just messing around, man. Because honestly, that would make the most sense. I mean, if you're gonna get hit by a sword, you will want the most protection you can have, man. It's like.
By the way, I just got done watching. I watched The Last Duel.
Oh, yeah. I've seen a couple of. I've seen a couple of them, but not in 9/4 shape. They're like in like 6s or lower.
I got one out right now that's a 9/8 candidate. I'm hoping to get a 9/8 on it.
Very, very nice.
Very nice.
But this is obviously this is a Jusco cover, but I'm sorry, I mean not Jusco. We're talking about Jusco. This is a Boris Vallejo cover.
Yeah.
Inside is the Esteban Murado art and he's the first one who drew the chainmail bikini.
Yeah, but like I joked around, I go, if you're gonna get hit by a sword and you're wearing I go, she would be pissed to get hit by the sword. I go, it's not protecting nothing really.
Yeah, and and it was great. She appeared a lot. Well, in the Savage Sword, that ran for 235 issues in one annual, and she was in 32 of the issues, mostly solo stories, like little short one-offs that were really fun.
Right. Nice. Okay, we're great stuff. Do you have any books and things you want like to show before we get to the last question?
I want to show this toy. This was a gift that an AOK I got in the mail from Hoarder's Hive. Cool. This came out in 2007. This is if you look for this on eBay, you're gonna start at $100 paying for this. And I was fortunate enough from a great YouTuber to get it as a gift. So this is Conan in Rawl.
Oh wow!
Now his first appearance was in Savage Sword of Conan 70.
Okay.
So someone you could probably see in the I wouldn't be surprised if they brought him into the Netflix show because he's a dynamic looking character.
Sure.
But really hard to find this in the bubble and still in good shape. This is one of my favorite figures. I'm not going to take it all the way out, but I'll show you guys what it is.
Okay.
And this is, and we'll show some books after too.
Sure.
But what this is the Barry Windsor Smith Super 7 figure with incredible box art.
Ooh. Nice.
Very nice.
But, and just an incredible sculpt on this Conan.
Dude, it looks just like the art, man, almost.
Yeah. Right. And this was the version that came with the bloody weapons, which I have those upstairs.
Nice.
So it had a couple different versions. And let's see. So then this I bought. This is Tulsa Doom from the movie.
Oh my goodness, that is so cool.
And
Yeah.
I do believe, and someone can check this, but I think this is the only action figure ever made
Yeah.
that has James Earl Jones' likeness on it.
You're kidding
Oh,
me.
man.
There's Darth Vader, but you don't ever see James Earl Jones'
No,
face
no,
as Darth
no,
Vader.
no, of course not.
He was
That's
the voice
really
of
nice.
him. But
Wow, that's really cool. Where'd you get that one?
just at my LCS.
Sweet.
But so I think that's the only time James Earl Jones' likeness has ever been on a figure. So how can you not have it? You know, I had to
Right.
get it. And this figure isn't done as well. The it's a little too shiny on the flesh, but this is the Pit Fighter Conan.
Oh wow. These are awesome, Gary.
Yeah, it is.
They look just like them.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks just like Arnie. You know, but that Barry Windsor Smith one is, and the Raw one. Those are my favorite. So we showed that. So we showed that slab. But some of the go through a couple of these here. So obviously we got our Conan one,
Nice. There you
Right.
go. There it
where
is.
you know which was that figure we just looked at. And you know you can't beat the Barry Windsor Smith art. That cover's been homaged a bunch. We got number 4, more Barry Windsor Smith goodness.
Sweet.
And I got this slabbed and raw. And on that issue 1, I was fortunate enough that I also have the Italian number 1 that
Oh,
Orson
very
sent
cool.
me. So
Wow.
I have that as a raw copy. So this
That's really
is actually
cool.
the first appearance of Red Sonja
Right.
in this one in 23.
23. Yep.
Yep. The 24, as I showed already, was her first cover appearance.
First cover appearance. Yep.
Yeah. So right here is the Frost Giant's Daughter, which is a great adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we were talking earlier about favorite storylines.
Yep.
And I don't have that comic out, but issue 21 adapted Red Nails, which is an incredible Robert E. Howard Conan tale with him and Valeria. And it is, to this day, my favorite prose to comics adaptation. It is absolutely amazing. Now, we're talking about great art like Frank Frazetta and stuff.
Yep.
This is Gerardo Zaffino. And there was only 1,000 of these. So I got one in
Oh yeah, I've seen them. Yeah.
and one in CGC. So I got one in each, both 9/8. But we won't go through all of them. I got probably 20-something Conan slabs there, but
Very cool. Very cool.
and I got more on the way. I got more out getting graded. Plus, I got a bunch of Red Sonias.
Yeah. I got
Sleepy
my
Reader,
favorite cover.
buddy.
One of my favorite Driscoll ones.
Nice.
Yeah.
It is a good one.
Yeah.
You always gotta like a good throne cover.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you already see Conan's gonna get in trouble with the women again.
Yeah.
Every time. Every time.
Yeah. Usually they'll drug him and take his gold.
Yeah.
Give him bad wine.
Yeah, bad wine, exactly. Okay.
I'm obsessive compulsive. I got to get it back in the box and protect it.
No, you're not the only one, man. I do the same. Robert does the same. We're all like that. So
We're all bad at it. Yep, it's same thing.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Either we'll leave it either if we don't have the stuff, we'll leave it sitting out and it drives you nuts when you see it sitting out for a while.
Right.
You're like, what the hell, man?
Oh,
Sleepy Reader, thank you for being here, buddy. I see you in there.
Speaking of Frazetta, this is the only one I had to take this out because I had to have it on display. And this was the 112. I almost dropped it. I just had a little heart attack. I got to hook his sword back up. But this was the
I was gonna ask.
the 112 Conan, which everyone on eBay is selling these for $200 and $300.
Wow.
I was at
for 90 at the LCS. So
yeah. I was gonna ask you, did you end up picking it up?
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, did you pick it up? Because I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
Sarah sharing the hell out of it. So I was wondering if Gary and but I'm wondering if Thurston got one.
I don't think Thorson did. I don't think they're readily available at his LCS over there. I'm gonna hook that back up after. I'm gonna set him down. Otherwise, it's gonna bug me the whole show, and then I'll. I got the Coin pops. I got the Red Sonya pops. So I got the
Very
bloody
cool.
versions, the regular versions.
Right.
All right. We are on the hour mark. Almost there. Almost there on the hour mark. Do you have any more questions, Jeff?
I got one big one.
Go ahead.
Who would you want to draw Conan that hasn't drawn Conan and Red Sonja before yet?
Ooh. Who would I want to? Well, most of them have. I would like to see. He's done them on the covers, but I would like to see entire issue done by Jay Anacleto.
Oh, that'd be cool.
He's done covers of both, and the covers are great, but I'd like to see an entire issue of each done by him. I think he's one of those great artists.
Right.
But as far as someone who's never drawn him, oh my goodness.
I mean, I haven't seen a cover by Frizen. Has Frizen done any Conans or anything like that? I don't think she's done any.
I don't think so.
No. Yeah, I don't think Frizen's.
Most of my favorites are Perillo's. I love his covers.
Yeah. But I'm saying like even covers, even I know Alex Ross has done a couple. I know that. And it's only covers, but I know he can do interiors too. It'd be kind of neat to see a whole Conan done by Ross, like interior and and cover wise. That'd be kind of neat because we see them do Justice and Kingdom Come. So I wouldn't mind seeing like a Conan done by him, like from front cover to back cover.
Right.
But there's been so many great artists. Like my favorite Conan artist, of course, John Buscema. Of course, Barry Windsor Smith. After that, it would be Ernie Chan. I love the way Ernie Chan did Conan, and of course, Mahmoud Asrar. But I don't know. I think there's some people that could do it well. It's a tricky character for some reason. People have a hard time nailing down a good Conan.
Right.
The one person I was thinking of was what was it? Was Frank Cho, because I don't think Cho's done done Sonya, but I don't think he's done Conan. I don't think.
No, and I was thinking Michael Turner, but he's done both of them.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any recent artists like that would be I'm trying to think of them, but like a lot of them we don't really know. You know what I mean? The cover people, we know a lot of cover artists, but the interior wise, it's not many.
How about Clayton Crane? I don't think he's ever done.
Clayton Crane would be interesting.
Clayton Crane. I would like to see Clayton Crane. If we're gonna talk modern artists, I'd like to see Clayton Crane do both of them.
Yeah. I've seen Crane do Sonya, not so. Actually, that's not even his Sonya. The Sonya is actually Sarah's, but the monster is actually Clayton Crane's. You know the one I'm talking about, the Black Flag. That's the Black.
No, I don't think I have.
Yeah, it's a Black Flag exclusive, and it actually has a monster and Sonya on the cover, but you can tell the Sonya is Sarah Sonya, and you can tell and you can tell the monster is like at least Crane, like it's Crane's good monster, or the background's Crane at least. But Crane's cool. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, when I went to go meet Crane and Sonya, Crane and Sarah, I went because the Black Flag guys asked me, "Oh, do you want to meet Clayton too?" I go, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah. I'm gonna look up that cover. Here's one of my favorites from Perillo.
Oh
yeah.
I've seen the Perillo. I love that.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. Yeah.
Cleaning the sword. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones out of his whole Sonya one.
Yeah, this was an Indiegogo exclusive, but you had to order it off there.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of my favorites. Of course,
Yeah, I sent that cover to Thurston now because I know Puff ended up sending in the same cover to Thurston. I sent it
Yeah.
because I sent it because it had Sarah signed it and I sent it. And then he had Clayton Crane sign his and he sent it. So it's freaking hilarious. So he has two covers, but they're both different because the MegaCon one, the monster's on fire. And then
Yeah.
the
Oh,
one
wow.
the other one is it's the normal monster and normal Sonya, so it's pretty freaking funny.
Well, knowing Thorson like you do, you also know he's a big Jim Balent fan,
Yeah.
and so this was Jim Balent's cover.
Yep. I have that one. I have that one. I'm a
Look at the
Balent fan
Cthulhu
too because
creature behind it. I love it.
yeah. Dude, I met him and I met him and Bahali. They're really nice, man. Like, and I've talked to them with Thurston before too.
You were on. I was gonna say you were on that show with him with the interview.
Yeah, and then I've actually met him.
That was great.
Yeah, and I've actually met him in person too. And then come to find out, like freaking Holly's a freaking big Vampy fan like I am. So that made my day. Like, dude.
Well, she had her own Vampy exclusive cover too on Indiegogo.
Yeah, I got that. It's in my Vampy magazine box.
And then you had the Perillo Conan.
Oh yeah.
So Perillo's done both of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like that.
I mean, I wouldn't mind trying to see him do interiors. I wonder if he can do like Perillo interior.
Yeah.
I'm curious if he can do into. He does a lot of cover work, but I'm curious if he can do because I know Crane can do interiors, but I'm wondering if Perillo can do interiors. But it's going to take him a lot of time. But I would like to see him actually try to do something, Red Sonja and Conan, but like cover and all the way even inside. That'd be kind of neat.
Well, I'd like to see and I'd like to see someone here take some other properties of Robert E. Howard that aren't getting the attention and start making stories with them. I want to see Solomon Kane in comics. I want to see King Cole in comics. I want to see Dark Agnes storylines in comics. I want to see these characters.
But who? Howard, Robert E. Howard stuff is still owned by Robert E. Howard's kids, right, or something like that, or the properties.
Conan Properties Limited. From Frederick Momberg's the president of it, and I think right now he's running the company.
Oh, okay.
Thorson knows better than I do about the company side of things.
Yeah, but it's freaking hilarious because the main reason, like Thurston got mad that they canceled Conan on at Marvel, because the main reason they did that because they lost the license. Yeah, they lost the licensing, but that's why they call it the new thing King Conan, because they lost the freaking
Oh no! I don't think the King Conan was still under contract with Conan Properties Limited. I think they're going to bring the Conan title back.
Right.
The Savage Avengers existed because that was also under contract.
Right.
They had Conan in tomorrow, and that Savage Avengers was so good, and probably had one of the best wrap-ups. The best wrap-up I've ever read in a comic.
Nice.
That ending.
Modern one. A best wrap-up in a modern comic.
Exactly. You got to read the last 3 issues together. It's amazing. It's smart. It's intelligent. It has things in it that you don't see coming, but make 100% perfect sense to see it happen that way. I have never read a finale of a series and been as satisfied as I've been.
How many issues did it go? I think
it went 28 issues.
28 issues. I think I only have like.
And it didn't get canceled because of bad sales. The sales are still good. That was the end of the story that Greg Dugan was telling.
Right.
So he got to tell a complete story.
Cool.
And then he left the end open to come back and tell more.
So 1 through 24 of
28.
28.
There's only 3-week issues, and that's when they forced the King in Black tie-in.
Oh yeah.
Because it took it off the rails for 3 issues, and then as soon as the King in Black tie-in was done, it was right back to perfection.
Okay, cool.
Him interacting with the damn symbiote, it's kind of fun. Him and Conan interacting.
Sleeper Reader in the chat agrees with you too, buddy. Gary. He's Savage Avengers, yes.
Yeah, Conan trying to Yeah,
Nailed
Conan
it.
trying to interact with the damn symbiote. It's kind of freaking hilarious.
It was, and and that's the other thing too, is you can take a character at a time as long as you
Mhm.
write them with intelligence. Because Greg Dugan also wrote the Conan 2099. That was a one shot,
Mhm.
and you're like, oh, Conan 2099, really? They're doing this?
Mhm.
And then I read it. I'm like, that was really good.
Yeah.
Never
You.
ever was he out of character in that whole issue, and everything made sense.
You said it was James Dugan.
Greg Dugan.
Dude, great, yeah. But they did that with Red Sonja, like Dynamite did that with Red Sonja, like I think like what volume previous to these two other volumes this time around.
They
Well,
did
now you
not
got me
nail
on
the
the
ending
hunt.
though,
I'm
because
gonna be
Yeah.
looking for that
talking
entire
about the
run.
Mark Russell run. He
Yeah,
did
yeah.
1 through 25. He left the company. He left Dynamite because he didn't like some of their politics.
Right.
They put somebody else on the title, and they took a character that was written smartly and ably with Mark
Right.
Russell, who created a Queen Sonya character with intrigue, intelligence,
Right. I
and still
remember.
her fierceness. And then as soon as he left, the writer they gave it to and the artist they gave it to loved it
Yeah.
so bad. It was 3 issues later and it was done. They
Yeah.
all of a sudden Sonya felt like a petulant teenager, completely
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
tone for
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
25 issues.
Uh,
I mean, handled so sloppily, turned over with no care and no regard to the character and what came before it
That's
in that run.
that's Dynamite for. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's a lot of
Yeah.
Dynamite stuff for you, man. They can't
I
either
can see quite a few things going on.
either they're strong started and then they're freaking weak ended because
Yes.
they done it to Vampy all the time. They'll
Notice
strong
that,
start it and then
Right.
the weak ended, or either the weak started and then strong ending, or everything in between. You know what I mean? Like.
And they don't know how to move their characters around in time without hollowing them out and making them a shallower version of what they
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
And I've noticed now that after what was it? Why can't I always forget the guy that does the what was
Sleeper
it?
Reader is totally agreeing with the Dugan
The
Savage Sword arc too. He
the,
loves it too.
the new
Well,
the new
now you
Vamp-
got me on the hunt for it, Gary, because I know I've got like 2 issues of that.
yeah.
Yeah, there's
I'm gonna
only
have to read.
28. It's not hard to put together.
I know I'll find them. I'm gonna find them because I'll buy
Yeah,
the whole
the
arc.
new
You
the new
you said it's
Right,
that
and you
good.
get
I'm gonna
Conan
read it.
interacting
Yeah.
with Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom,
That's
Yeah.
all my alley. Doctor
yeah,
Strange is my
Blade,
hero.
all sorts of. Conan has dinner with Doctor Doom, and it's one of the best scenes you'll ever get.
Nice.
And then you got Doctor Strange being Doctor Strange. He sleeps with Elektra in one of the issues, and Doctor Strange is pouring around and being Doctor Strange.
Of course.
And you have Doctor Voodoo in it. You have
Nice.
just
Okay.
Ghost Rider shows up,
Cool. I'll definitely check it out. Definitely gonna read that. I'm gonna
and
find
a
it and read it.
Hyperion Age Ghost Rider too, on a giant spider.
Oh yeah. I remember that one. I remember that issue.
Okay. Cool. I like that. Very, very cool. Do you have any questions for us, Gary, before we get to the last 2 questions?
No, I'm pretty good, man. I'm just sitting
You
here
good?
having a great time.
Awesome. Good. Okay. Jeff, any more questions?
I'm good.
You
You
good?
can hit him with your 2 big
Hit 'em.
questions.
At the very end. Here we go. All right, Gary. Here you go, buddy. Do you have any inspirational thoughts or ideas for the community as a whole?
Well, it's funny you should ask that because I'm known as the Grow Together guy, which
There you
is a hashtag that started on my channel. I made a video trying to think of a new way to integrate and get the community together. It took off in a way I thought it would just be in that one video and that was it, and the whole community embraced it.
Yep.
So the thing is I want to see it keep growing. It's already way past me. I was just the guy that happened to put it in a video to start with, and it grew past me, which is awesome. But the way this community is going to thrive and stay as good as it is by channels supporting channels and growing the community together.
Thank you,
You know,
Gary.
none of this. One's got to float and one's got to sink.
Yeah.
It just doesn't jive. Just like the
Awesome.
old saying from the Kennedy speech, well, a rising tide floats all ships, right? So if we're all
Yep.
pulling together, all grow together. And so, just be cognizant of your community. If someone's supporting your channel, show them some support back, whether it's through a sub, just every once in a while. Look, there's too many videos and too many channels for everybody to watch everybody's stuff and like everybody's stuff. It's just, you can't do it. What you can do is go to a video, throw a like on it, maybe check out a video or two a month from somebody. You'll have your couple favorite channels where you really connect with their content. But even for channels that I don't connect with their content, I'll still go and watch a video here and there and throw them a good comment, give them a thumbs up, and just stop by and make sure I'm showing support here and there. And that's the best thing I think that the community can do for itself, is just stay supportive of itself by being gracious to other channels and being accepting. And there's card channels I support. There's Matchbox channels I support. I don't collect any of that stuff, but there are people that are passionate about the content, and be passionate about your content, and just make sure you're supporting people that are supporting you, and help the community grow. Even if it's shouting out a channel that just started and needs a little bit of love to get started.
Right.
We don't know how hard it is to start on YouTube. You start out with nothing, and then you got to bust your ass the whole time to try to get someone else to see you.
Yep. Right. Awesome, Gary. That was awesome. Thank you for that. That was fantastic. Okay, last big question. You ready?
Yep.
What does thinking outside the box mean to you?
This is going to be probably a different answer than you've ever got.
All good.
All right. But thinking outside the box to me is not being afraid to be who you are in your hobby. You see a lot of channels pop up, and a lot of channels try to copy other channels that are bigger than them. Chase what you love. Don't chase what other channels love. Don't try to be the person you're watching unless that's genuinely who you are. There's going to be people whose content's the same because they have the same interests, right? But not everybody's going to make it as a box opening channel. Not everybody's going to make it as a review channel. How you are going to make it is by being genuine and honest with your content, and not afraid to, pick the unpopular path, the path that speaks to you. If you're trying to emulate another channel, well, you're not that channel. Odds are you're not going to succeed. If some of your content is the same as those channels, that's fine if that's who you are. But as soon as you're not being genuine, I think that's going to come across and eventually be seen through. So just genuinely thinking outside the box is, think within yourself. Be genuine with what you're putting out, and that's how you're going to connect with the community as a whole.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Bravo. That was excellent. Excellent. You get it?
Just my thought.
You get it. You get it. That's awesome. Salute. And you got Chris Large in there saying great message. You got two boys says, well said, Gary B. Wait, watch movies like what? Perry? That's awesome. Big shout out to Perry.
And that's not saying you can't do what other people do. It's just as long as it's something that you have a passion for. That's all.
Of course. So you kind of get the message of what I'm doing here, right? This is what I love. It's like bingo. I mean, yeah, it's late, but I enjoy it. And I get to meet new, cool, interesting people. And Gary, you were awesome. Awesome.
Oh, well, thank you. I hope you enjoyed having me on. I know it was a pleasure to be on.
What? Anytime you want to come on, let me know. We'll set it up. I do open mic nights so people can come on. So been on the show before. I know who you are. Boom. I can fit up to 10 people on there live. We can just do a random geek out session.
I'm not hard to get to know. I'm pretty simple.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know. It's all right. Totally awesome. So no questions from me or Jeff? None.
I was so so worried about what I was going to show tonight. I didn't even
Dude,
think
you're
about asking
awesome.
you guys questions.
Do you have more stuff you want to show?
I pretty much showed it. All the rest would just be excessive.
Okay.
I got stuff I can show all night. People, I've shown stuff on other channels. There's, I just, it was great actually talking to you guys for the first time to actually have conversations.
Yes, exactly. So, all right, here's one. So, out of your personal collection, what's your most prized possession out of your personal Conan collection?
It would be my
Just
Conan one.
It would be Conan 1?
Yeah, I mean, that's a book I never had my entire life except in a reprint until 2019.
Right.
And it was always one I wanted, one I never thought I would own or have. And
Same with that one.
right, and then an opportunity came up, and I was thinking about getting it, and my LCS was helping me out. They got me a great price on the one I have, and it's doubled in price since I got it in 2 years, which is crazy.
And that feels good, even though you'll never sell it. It still
Right.
feels good.
My wife is like, "You always wanted the book. You have the money now. Just go get it." And I think the door was still swinging before she even finished breathing. Going down to get it. But it's funny because I was out of comics for years, and I got back into comics in 2019.
Wow.
And since 2019, I went back in heavy. I put the entire original Conan run together since 2019.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, you did your
I
goal.
put the entire Savage Sword of Conan run together since 2019. I got one more book I need. That's it, and it's complete. I'll have that soon.
Very cool.
Yeah, same thing with the Vampy one, man. The Vampy one's about the same time I started. It was 2019, yeah. With us actually started the run, and then
do you have the omnibus of any of the Conans?
I have the omnibus, the first Savage Sword, because I didn't know if I would be able to find and get those, so I bought the first one. Also because it contains Savage Tales 1, which is a book that I'll probably never own because it went from a couple $100 book to $1,000 book in the last year, and it's just out of price range now.
yeah.
Sorry, Jim.
But I have them in reprints. I have they have the Chronicles of Conan, so I have a bunch of those. I have the entire Chronicles of King Conan. I have the entire Chronicles of Solomon Kane, but I also have all their floppies. I have all the Marvel Culls. I have all the Marvel Solomon Kanes, all the Marvel Red Sonjas. Those are my favorite eras of those. And the thing is I don't just buy them. I reread them, and that's a great thing. If you got books in your collection from when you were a kid, go back and reread them. You see them in a whole different perspective.
Yes, you do.
But you also still see them as when you first read them.
Yes.
So you get both perspectives at the same time. You as an adult and you as a kid, and it is the greatest piece of nostalgia to read it that way.
Yep. There you go. Exactly.
Like I'm having a blast reading all the Conan issues again and going through them. I'm like, wow, I remember that story. Oh, I didn't remember this part, but I do now. And then all of a sudden, everything starts stirring back up.
Okay, so in the chat, because I can't post it up here, you got Chris Large sitting there saying he absolutely agrees with you, Gary and Jeff. Also, your two boys and their pop says, Gary B, you could build a comic book series with any character in any fandom, such as Scooby-Doo or Transformers, etc. Who would be your top 5, I'm assuming?
Ooh, okay.
You got that? Can you read that?
Yep, I'm reading it right now on my phone.
Okay, good.
So it would have to be it would be a Savage team, right? But it'd be Conan, Red Sonja. It would be Black Cat.
Okay.
Black Widow, and Satana.
Satana. Okay.
Damon Hailstrom's sister. Yeah.
Okay, and the same thing. Jeff, two boys and their pops asked, Cantonese Comic Kid. How many books left in your Vampirella run now?
None. Zero. Zero. I'm actually completely done. I actually got the hardest book out. The hardest one to get was that damn hardcover. The most expensive. Well, the two most expensive books is hardcover and the freaking Vampy one. The two most expensive books on that whole run.
Now, do you have the animated Vampy series?
No. Like I said, I'm working on a bunch of the other ones now. But those are not too.
Original run done first.
Yeah, original run done. Yeah, original run first, and then I'm working my way back. Because you know how you get, man. You start collecting all kinds of stuff.
It's like me. I keep procrastinating. I've got 17 more issues to complete the first original Silver Surfer run.
Ooh.
Yep.
17 more. Silver Surfer.
You got that Vampirella #1. One, it's a great Frazetta cover.
Yeah.
But two, that's already $1,000 book now. So you probably got it at the right time before it went all the way up.
Yeah. And then it was an A-OK. It wasn't even. I didn't even get it.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. Well, that's a great $1,000 A-OK.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was an A-OK. That wasn't even. Yeah.
That was like the crown jewel of A-OKs, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Cow.
Yeah. Yep. And then the pain in the butt thing was this. This I didn't expect to be that expensive. There's not even one on the census. Or not one on. This is the hardcover.
Oh, yeah. I've never seen that book. That art is fantastic.
Yeah, it's and it's signed by Gonzalez too. Or Gomez. I always get his name. I always mixes his name up all the time. But yeah, it's actually signed by him on the interior, and it's out of it's 205 out of 300 or something like that, Let me hold on.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's actually signed by him, so that's actually neat. Yeah, so it's the hardcover, and it's actually, hold on. Yeah.
That's all right.
Right there.
Nice, signed right there.
Oh, gorgeous.
263.
Yeah.
Out of how many did they make?
No, 203. This is 203 of but I know it's limited. I know that, but I'm not sure how limited it was. Let me see if it. Yeah, let me see if it tells you in the. Nope, it doesn't tell you in here at all either. But it's the only way to get it was a mail away. To mail it away, and this stuff is actually in color, so.
Nice.
Man, I love that old art. I have some of the old. I have some of the old Frank Thorne's Gita of Alizar. When that came out, it was in black and white. Plus, I bought the collection off Amazon, and it's all in color. So it's great to look at them in both versions.
Yeah. Sure.
Now, for you two guys, though, I mean, obviously, all three of us are big horror guys. What's your two guys' favorite horror property? Or tell me in books and movies, what's your favorite horror property? I know probably for you, G-Man, it's probably Lovecraft and Cthulhu, obviously, in books.
Yeah, obviously.
Mine's Lock and Key. Mine's actually Lock and Key in comics. Really? Lock and Key. Pretty much anything Joe Hill. Pretty much anything Joe Hill, I've actually really enjoyed. Anything Joe Hill's done. I like a lot
of Cullen Bunn's work.
Yeah.
Love his work.
Yeah. Bunn's work.
I like Bunn. I thought that. I'm a sucker also for underwater horror. Six, Leviathan. I even liked Underwater last year. I thought that was really good. Did you watch Underwater?
Yeah, I seen it. Yes.
A big Cthulhu type monster at the end of that.
Yep, it was good.
I thought that movie got unnecessary hate. I really enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, it did.
But, I love underwater horror too. It's just great.
They're good.
So, all right, but you didn't tell me your movie there, G-Man. What's your favorite horror franchise?
Oof. Okay, horror franchise. Horror movie. All right, you're gonna hate me when I say this. All right, my favorite. Okay, I'll give you my favorite horror slasher, or I guess you could say you're talking about horror movie. Halloween is my favorite. I like Michael Myers.
Wow. And see, that's my least favorite Carpenter film.
See, I like Michael Myers. I like him because I like the direction that they took him. The new movie was okay. It wasn't great. There's a lot of little holes in it, but I really liked the version of Rob Zombie's version, the first one, when they remade it. Made you see a different side of who Michael Myers really was. What was wrong with this kid? Why? Why is he doing what he's doing?
Right.
So it's always made me fascinated. I like him better than Friday the 13th Jason. Jason was just
Yeah, see, and I'm like the anti-slasher guy because slasher flicks bore me. It's just no matter what they do, the
see, Michael Myers is always mysterious. Always
Huh?
mysterious. Michael Myers was always mysterious. He never ran. You turn your head and the next minute he'd be right there. He was like a ghost.
What's funny about that movie too is you don't see blood.
No.
You don't see blood in it. And Carpenter was a master of that. You don't see a lot of blood in Carpenter. Look at the fog. You barely see any deaths in the fog.
But the new one, I'll tell you though, the new one that they did, oof, there's a lot of killing. There's a big kill count in it. Michael Myers kills like everybody in that movie.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the worst I've seen.
I saw the first of the new ones. I haven't seen the second one. I haven't seen Halloween Kills though.
Oh wow!
But,
literally kills everybody.
It's in the title, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Right.
But on a different note, there's a lot of other stuff I like. I mean, I love The Thing, like just like you, big time. Love that. Love the work. I'd have to say Alien. I'd go Alien. If it goes horror science fiction, I'd go Alien. Aliens was good.
Yeah, but that was an action movie with
not
horror
the original
elements.
story.
The first one's a horror movie.
Yes. And then my thing, I like Alien, Prometheus, and Covenant. I didn't care for Covenant all the way through, but what I did like about Covenant is the backstory of what they're trying to get at.
Yeah, I liked Prometheus a lot. I'm a big Prometheus fan. And Covenant disappointed me. I like the parts with the aliens, but David was the wrong character to follow.
That's a lot of people say.
It should have been the girl. I can't remember her name from Prometheus, but they should have followed her character.
Elizabeth, wasn't it Elizabeth? Her name Elizabeth? I think her name was Elizabeth.
Well, I would have really liked to see more of the engineers in action too.
Me too.
Our chat's working now.
What the heck? Now it pops. Now
I was trying to follow it on there.
No, the chat works and the timer works now because originally the timer wasn't working either.
Yeah, look at this right now.
Wait.
Okay,
Because it just came up. It said broadcast is live. I'm like, well, it's been live.
Yeah, it's been live. I've seen it on the thing. I'm watching on YouTube right now.
Right.
Art Chemist, buddy, thank you for being here, brother. You just showed up. Thank you so much, bud. There we go. Get everybody's chat thing in there really quick.
And I think one of the most underrated.
It was Elizabeth.
Horror movies out there, and it has a very Clive Barker feel to it, is Event Horizon.
Yes. Event Horizon
is a fantastic.
See, it's hard for me to pick. It's hard for me to pick a really like something that. Okay, all right. I would have to say, okay, for best adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft, that's recent. To give you a recent, I enjoyed it. The only thing I didn't care for was the acting role that he portrays in every one of his movies, which is the guy that played Ghost Rider.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. Yeah. I like Nicolas Cage, but he always acts the same way all the time in his movie.
That's Cage acting, man.
When he gets mad. When he gets mad. Only when he gets mad. He does the same.
What was the movie?
Huh?
What was
it's called
movie?
Color of Space.
Oh, okay.
That I enjoyed, and that's an H.P. Lovecraft adaptation, and that was well done. That's like less than 2 years old. It's excellent.
And I thought Annihilation was good too, and I know that got a little bit of hate, but I loved Annihilation.
Yep. I mean, when you go from reading, I'm trying to get my head out of the modern stuff. That's what's frustrating me right now because I just I've been picking up trades because I've been getting kind of disheartened with a lot of the newer stuff. I'll buy like 1 or 2 issues and just, cover buy always kills you every time.
Right.
And then when you get inside of it, you're like, what the hell am I reading? This is complete whatever. And that's just opinion of the reader, But Noctura, I really enjoyed.
I
It's another
love
science fiction.
Noctera. Oh, it's so
Excellent.
good.
Oh my goodness. As soon as I read the trade, all 1 through 6 issues, I went and I subscribed to it. So I'm going to be getting
I'm
to
loving it, and I know that has its detractors, but I've loved every single issue. I love the world building. I love
Excellent.
I love the main character. She's awesome.
And then going to like a DC title. DC title I really enjoyed that's really got my attention, and I'm just waiting for more. I want more of it, and that is Nice House by the Lake. Excellent.
I started it and didn't finish it. I was like, okay. Like,
Well,
they have a good twist at the
pretty
end,
much
you know, but-
anything DC horror has been decent. I mean, if it's not Joe Hill's, like fridge have heads or basket full of heads, like anything from that line is pretty much pretty
even
decent.
the older lines though that I've always enjoyed. So
I liked Plunge. I thought Plunge was really good.
Yeah.
Yep. So I mean,
That story had a lot going on in it.
Yeah, it's hard for me to pin down a favorite.
And Scout Comics has had some great horror too.
Yeah.
I love that it eats what feeds it. I thought was good.
Which one?
It eats what feeds it. I'm all tongue tied now.
That's all right.
There was another one too. I got it over there. I can't remember the name of it now. But
okay, I got a comment about this really quick. Gotta hold it for 1 second.
Ooh.
Yes, Two Boys and Their Pops. I heard about this, and I don't know. I don't know. He's okay. So horror genre, I'd have to say my favorite. I mean, if you're really talking about like fandom, I love anything Dracula. I do collect almost everything Dracula. So I've always been a fan of Dracula. So I got a lot of Dracula stuff as well. So that right there is hitting a button with me.
Oh, I picked this up this week.
Oh, that's a beautiful cover.
Oh yeah, Hell Sonya.
I want to know, how is it?
The art's actually decent, and
the art is beautiful. I agree.
I haven't read it yet.
Damn. Okay. I want to know. You have to have an honest opinion about that.
There was 2 different versions of that same cover, because there was the incentive cover, which had a different color palette on it. It was kind of
yeah.
I picked up both.
How's the art on the inside?
Actually decent. Actually
Not too
nice
bad?
and decent. Not too bad. I actually like the art in here. It's better than some of the vampire art sometimes.
When you do read it, let me know how it is, because I thought about getting that. Oh, I got this.
Well, if you like vampires,
I have that book. It's a great book.
Well, this is the first appearance of the Varney in the Marvel Universe, which may show up in Blade.
Sweet.
So this is a key book, and if you ever want to get it, now's the time. Before I got this for $10, but on eBay it's going for $50 and more.
Wow.
And it's going up there. Also that, and the second appearance of the Varney, or their origin, is actually in Conan 245.
What was
the
issue number of that magazine?
What's that?
What's the issue number of that mag?
This Bizarre Adventures 33.
33. I guess I have to do a check on it. Okay, cool.
And stay right there. I'm going to show you the other Varney book that you're going to want to get.
No, see what happens? We can start to round. Just hang in there, Jeff. We're almost done, buddy. We're almost done.
I know.
You're almost there.
No, I'm not worried about it.
Good. Please let me know how that con is too. I really want to know.
Yeah, no, that con's that con. I've been to that con at least twice. It's actually a decent one. So
cool.
So
that's the main reason I'm going back out there.
This might be the Conan book, G-Man, that you want to get, because this is the origin story of the Varney.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Wait a minute. That's issue 245, right?
Issue 245. And this is Varney, the first one, the Lord of Vampires. Ooh. And Dracula apparently gets his powers and was made through them.
Interesting. Okay,
in the Marvel Universe.
I have a little tidbit for you. Here's an interesting little side note talking about that, where a vampire gets his powers. One of my favorite, my top 10 list changes every year on favorite movies, because I like to watch certain movies like that about Dracula. And it was heavily CGI'd, but it was still decent CGI. Was Dracula Untold. Dracula Untold was really, really good. I don't know if you've seen it.
I own it, but I haven't watched it yet.
Dude, it's fantastic
Yeah.
because it shows you his origin.
That's the Luke Evans one, right?
Yes, it's
Okay.
excellent. Excellent.
See, I'm
Definitely.
a werewolf guy.
Yeah, I know. You told me that.
But I'm super excited for Blade in the Marvel
Yes,
Universe.
Me too. I'm hoping for the best. I'm trying
And
to go.
I think
in all these movies.
It's funny because we went and saw. It was a really underrated movie. It was Alita Battle Angel, which more people should have loved
excellent.
It. That movie was incredible.
It was excellent.
Right, it was done so well. It didn't get the love it deserved.
No.
My buddy and I went to see it, but Mahershala Ali came on screen in that movie. And I turned to my buddy. I go, he would make a perfect Blade. And of course, they cast him as Blade like not long after. I'm like, I knew it. He just has the look.
Yep.
He has the look.
Yep, definitely. Yep, I can see it totally.
Yeah. Like you guys were talking about team ups, it'd be kind of interesting to see Vampy team up with Blade, because since Blade's a daywalker, it'd be kind of interesting.
Blade and Jack Russell Werewolf by Night together.
Oh yeah. But honestly, all the monster characters with Marvel with Vampy, it'd be kind of interesting to see.
We need a Legion of Monsters series or movie.
That would be awesome. And I would like to really see them do a really good Universal. They were going to start that, and then it just fell off the train. When they did the Mummy one.
Instead of embracing the horror, though, they tried to go the action side of it.
Yeah. With Tom Cruise, and they did the Mummy one.
And I like that movie, but it wasn't a horror
bad.
movie. It was an action movie.
Yeah. But it was Universal was going to take off after that, and they stopped. There was going to be more. I wanted to see them bring back those monsters back to life again, which would have been really cool. Hold on. What's Two Boys saying here? He's saying, think we see Morbius and Blade? I'm crossing my fingers. Literally, really would be awesome, because he was in the original. He was in the original director's cut. Morbius showed up at the very end of it. I don't know if you ever seen that, Gary. The director's cut of Blade.
The first one, I didn't. No, I didn't see.
Blade
him
walks up at the very end. He walks to the top of the building with the girl. Walks up and you see like the sunset, and all of a sudden you see Blade looking at something out in the distance, and there's a building on the other side, and a guy comes walking out, and he's all shrouded, and he's got this turban on and thick glasses on, and he's looking at him from the other side. That was your first on-screen appearance of Morbius.
I'm gonna have to look that up on YouTube and watch that scene.
Yeah, when I seen that, I was like, "That's Morbius." And then when they talked to the directors later on, years afterwards, they asked them about that, who that character was. And they said, yes, that was Morbius. So it would be very cool. So I'm being hopeful.
See, and then I still remember Blade 2 just blowing me away, especially when the first time they did the vampires with the split mouth like that. Yeah. Now everybody does it ever since Guillermo del Toro did it.
Yep.
But that was the first time you ever saw that effect, and it was amazing. You're like, whoa, that's incredible.
Big surprise. Okay, Jeff. Okay, we're going to wrap this up. Jeff, buddy, go ahead.
Yeah, all I got going on this week is Extreme Nerd Table, and then the Nerdy Collective next week. And try to have Cantonese Comic Wednesdays if work agrees with me. So... well, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 p.m. EST.
Awesome. Gary?
I released my Savage Saturday comic review today. I got a couple, I got a Man I Got Comics box on the way that I won in a raffle. So if you guys have never seen a Man box, his boxes are amazing. He puts nothing but good stuff in them. I got more shout out videos coming. I got some more reviews coming, and just my new comic book day purchases, and just lots of this week on In the Hot Seat with the Usual Suspects. We got SimpleSimon on. He is our guest this week, so look forward to that Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll have the man himself. Hopefully he's got his nice, fun glasses on.
Very cool.
But we are booked up on in the hot seat with the usual suspects all the way through February and March, and we're booking in April right now. So the guests are coming. We got lots of fun interviews coming up. And if you guys didn't watch the one last week with Flash by Night, great interview. The guy is so nice and so genuine. And when you listen to this guy talk, you can't help but smile. Great
Nice.
interview, great dude. Check him out. Great YouTube channel. Just a genuine, nice person. So, but that's it for now.
Okay. All right. Cool. I want to say thank you, Gary. You're awesome. Thank you so much. It was a great night. Jeff, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
I know I'm keeping you up. I'm keeping
No,
you
you're
up.
good.
Just hang in there for a few more minutes, buddy.
Yeah. Well, it gives me a chance to look over this Hell Sonia book anyway.
Cool.
So yeah.
And where are we here? So you community, I want to say thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe. Please, my guest down on the bottom, Gary, I got 3 links for his show down there. Go check him out. Share it with everybody. Hit the like button. I really appreciate it. And go check out Jeff as well. On tomorrow night, he'll be on. And I'll be starting an earlier show tomorrow, hopefully sometime, called the. You said, I heard you. I heard that. So anyway, I want to say thank you very much, everybody. And I appreciate it, Gary. Again, you were awesome.
It was a lot of fun. I had a blast on the show.
Thank you, community. Peace, love, blessed be, and we'll see you next Saturday. Make sure you come. We got something special for you.